So the first thing we need to do is select a card. So let's go ahead and reach into the middle and take one out. This one should do fine. It is the 8 of clubs. What I'm going to do now is take the 8 of clubs and cut it into the middle of the deck. Make sure I'm not holding any breaks, no funny business. Now if I snap my fingers, the 8 of clubs should be just a little bit easier for me to find. It looks like one card in the whole deck has actually changed colors. It'd be amazing if it was the 8 of clubs. And it was. I'll show you that one more time. If we just select a random card, in this case, let's say the 5 of spades, we can lose it into the deck, but when we snap our fingers, it should become much easier to find. What's up, everybody? Kier Gomes here, and welcome back. In today's episode, we're going to be taking a very spooky look at the new Fear deck by Pandrea and the House of Playing Cards. So today we are going to be messing a little bit with the style of this video. I want to do something a little bit more Halloween themed, really get in the spirit. So this deck review is going to look a little bit different than my usual ones, but I really think you're going to enjoy it. Before we get started, please do drop a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And without further ado, let's roll that intro and get you guys on your way.
Let's go.
All right, so what is the Fear deck? Basically, for Halloween 2018, the House of Playing Cards put out a black version of the deck. I did like a little bit of a trailer for this last year for Halloween, but I didn't do a full deck review for it. But I'm gonna make up for that today. So fast forward a year later, and you get the V2 edition of the deck, which is basically the same exact deck, only the color has been swapped out from black to white, and there's a lot more orange on this deck, which I really like. So enough talking, let's take a look at the deck. The tuck box is done in a white glossy cardstock, very standard for USPCC. It is almost completely white from front to back. On the front, you can see that there's an orange skull, and below it in a creepy, spooky font, it says, "The only thing we have to fear is fear itself." If you turn around to the back, you finish that sentence, you get, "and spiders." There's nothing on either side of the tuck box. Nothing on the top. Bottom has to be extremely minimal ad copy about United States Playing Card Company. You do get a custom seal. It's an orange sticker with a black owl on it, and it has which number deck you received out of the 1000 print run. In this case, I received deck number 85. On the inside of the tongue flap, you can see the date for Halloween 2019 can be found written in that same scary font, and there are 2 spiders on each of the inside tongue flaps. These cards are printed by the United States Playing Card Company on bicycle stock. The cards themselves are relatively thin, but not as thin as you would see on a typical knock deck. The back design is almost a complete inverse of the original Fear deck back design, which was done in black. The back design features a white field of color with a black outline to create a border and various Halloween themed emoji-like shapes inside. You can see things on the back such as an owl, a cross, some skulls, spiders, ghosts, pumpkins, witches' hats, broomsticks, stars, and basically anything that you'd think of when you think of Halloween. As well, it says Halloween in an orange banner mirrored on the back. Despite what you would think at first glance, this is actually not a two-way back design. You can see the icons in each corner are different, making this a very subtle one-way back design. What I like about this is that it looks different no matter which way you fan it. For example, if you fan it like this, you can see this broomstick creates almost a black streak that goes through your fan. And if you fan it like this, you don't get that same aesthetic. Your jokers are completely identical. They say Joker in that Halloween font in each corner with that little owl that you can see from the back design of the cards right there in the middle. This does almost create a Halloween themed knock deck Joker in that the simplicity is there, only instead of a star in the middle, you get this owl. All 4 of your aces are completely standard, as this deck features no power ace, even on the ace of spades. Personally, I kind of like this look. I think it's really cool. I don't think that there needs to be a power ace. Although I prefer it, I don't think it really takes away from the charm of this deck. You are going to receive 1 gaff card, which is a duplicate 5 of hearts that has been smeared with blood. I believe Alex Pandrea actually teaches a trick using this gaff card on his YouTube channel, and if I can find that, I'll link it below. As well, you receive a very handy gaff card, which is a double backer. The rest of the cards in the deck are completely bicycle standard with no customization on any of the faces and no customization on any of the court cards. Personally, I think for this deck it would have been a good idea to use a color swap and swap out all of the red pips for orange. However, I am a fan of standard face playing cards, so in general, no complaints. That pretty much covers the overall look of this deck. Let's talk about how it handles. As I mentioned, this deck was printed by the United States Playing Card Company on bicycle stock, making certain moves effortless. For example, the card spring and the dribble. The way the deck looks in a fan is very nice. I like it with the side with the broomstick because it creates this almost broken border that goes through the fan, and I think it looks really, really nice. However, if you were to just fan it for the index, you would not be able to tell if this was a regular bicycle deck or a custom deck. If I had to compare the feeling of this deck to another deck, I would say pick up a deck of Knock Originals. Or if you don't have those, they feel very similar to any bicycle deck that you would pick up in your local Walgreens. I really like the way that the orange contrasts with this deck, especially in things like springs. It looks very clean. It almost just looks like a white flash. I really, really like that. The cards fare best from top to bottom and look really good in certain flourishes like the Cascade. Here's that new dribble sound. Not bad. This would not be a Kier Gomes deck review without checking the snappiness. The cards don't feel very snappy, but you can definitely hear that pop. However, I have a suspicion that after breaking these in a little bit more, they will lose some of that structure. Cards look cool when you spin them because of those orange banners. They almost make like a circle in the deck. That looks pretty cool. Certain cardistry cuts look okay with this deck. However, the orange and white don't contrast together very well. And there you go. Well guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this week's episode. Well guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this episode and my review of the Fear deck V2 by Alex Pandrea and the House of Playing Cards. If you're interested in picking up this deck for yourself, it is only one of 1,000, and I don't know if it's been sold out yet, but if it hasn't, you definitely want to hurry because as soon as it sells out, it's done. What did you guys think about the deck? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are you sad you didn't get one? Are you happy that you got one? Let me know all of that and whatever else you want to tell me down below in the comments. As well, I am currently doing a giveaway with my buddy Daniel Schneider from Black Roses Playing Cards. So if you want to win a Black Roses Playing Cards t-shirt and a deck of the new Black Roses Casino Playing Cards, I will leave that video somewhere right here after this video. You can just click right on it. Make sure you watch the whole thing. Make sure you read the rules to enter. And for the love of God, enjoy. Hopefully that's enough to get you to subscribe if you haven't yet, and I hope you'll consider dropping a like on this video. It does help me out quite a bit. Halloween is right around the corner. It's less than 2 weeks away, so what's everybody gonna do for Halloween? Let me know down below. As always, I really hope that all of you have a wonderful rest of your day. I know I will. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.